If for 10 years blacks acted like Asians in all things relevant to both academic and economic success.
I don't like the fact that black people and Asian people be beefing over affirmative action. I don't like that. You know, we got way too much in common to be beefing. We share way too much culture to be beefing.
As we've seen from our previous video, it is safe to say that the dispute between the Asian community and the black community, it didn't come out of nowhere. This was brought up by the colonizers. While keeping the two communities divided, it helped keep the white supremacy on top. And they brought up all this negative comparison that made it seem like one community, the Asian community, is way better and greater than the black community. Let's see that from the next video.
Black children attended school at the same rate of Asians, studied at the same rate of Asians, did not have children out of wedlock, acted like Asians in all things.
With all that has been said, let's first move forward to the immigration of the Asians into the USA. They entered a country that was already built on anti-Blackness. And if we look back at the colonization of Asia, the Europeans didn't just take their land, but they also introduced the system of hierarchy and pushed the idea of lighter skin tone, which was associated with civility, purity, and wealth. And the black skin tone was associated with danger and backwardness. So when they immigrated into the USA and found the already existing propaganda of anti-Blackness, it was easier for them to make a deal. Stay away from the black life, keep away from the black people, and you will be given a seat closer to whiteness. That's why in our next video, we see an Asian making comedy over black lives.
Being black in America is funny to everybody except us, because we actually have to live through all the BS. We've had to live through it, and we continue to live through it. And now we have comedians who are finding humor in their racist jokes against us.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You're just giving them more room to breathe. But I understand, can you imagine the shape you have to be in to deport black people?
Of course he says that out of all people, deputy white, yeah, right? Because in his mind, he views people in a hierarchy, right? He thinks, oh, we can assimilate to white people. At least we're better than black people. Like, come on, guys. Why don't you finally accept this, white people? Finally accept this. We're one. That'll never fucking happen. You know, if white people, white supremacists, they stay consistent to the idea that they think they're better than everyone, including the people that are trying to beg them for acceptance. I want to assimilate to white culture, please. I'm better than the other minorities, please. So when they see something like this happen, right, with ICE, in their minds, it shouldn't happen like this. Hold on a second. Why are you deporting us and not black people? I thought all I had to do was hate on black people to gain your love, to prove my loyalty. But you hate me too? Why? But I'm willing to bow down to you. Doesn't work like that. And another thing that pissed me off about this video is that this comedian is not even attractive. If you're gonna be making racist jokes, can you at least be attractive? Because at least you don't even have the halo effect to save you. Where's your halo effect? Where's your halo effect? Okay? So shut up about it already. Oh, but it's jokes. Look at the comments. Everyone is like, true. Finally, someone said it. And all of those accounts are Asians. Oh my God. Oh my God. You guys are so pathetic, Doug. So the problem here was never white supremacy. The problem was we just want to be a part of white supremacy, even though we're not white, but we want to be white. So please, just let us join so we can hate on black people together. That was the goal here, wasn't it? Holy. You know, I once watched a video of this white girl saying there's nothing more embarrassing to her than when she's hanging out with like her friends that are minorities, and they try to talk bad about their own race or other races to try and get along with white people. And she thought, okay, that's kind of cringe and it's embarrassing. And I'm like, I agree. To go to this comedy club and that black guy sitting there pretending that the joke is funny. Dude, I'll never be one of those black guys that go to a comedy show. First of all, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I only like black comedians anyway. I've never seen a comedian that isn't black. All the comedians I know are all black. So I never have to worry about that shit anyway.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black.
Now, obviously, my mayonnaise ass ain't gonna touch on either side of that. Because, no. But I am gonna touch on if they were actually deporting people that add to criminal organizations. Everybody's ignoring the elephant in the room when you Google most violent crimes. Google pedophiles, convicted pedophiles. Go to images.
Wait, but why?
Convicted serial killers. Go to images.
That's pretty frustrating.
Convicted rapists. Go to images. Convicted tax fraud. Go to images. That one's a given.
Elusive man. Still, it's not enough.
Convicted meth dealers. Go to images.
My only problem with ICE is that they're going after every minority group except black people. I mean, you're trying to reduce crime. You're just giving them more room to breathe. But I understand. Can you imagine the shape you have to be in to deport black people?
Did y'all feel all that hate? That was not a joke. That was just hate. Because there's nothing funny about wishing harm on another community. It's nothing funny to wish that harm comes to another community. The black Americans in the audience were not laughing, and this man clearly is not living up to his stereotype of being smart, because there's no such thing as an undocumented black American. Black Americans cannot be deported. And he want to talk about crime. Let's talk about the massage parlors, right? All that human trafficking, all that smex trafficking. Where do you think the terms came from? Me love you long time. Human trafficking, smex trafficking. Maybe ICE need to pay K-Town a visit. Maybe ICE need to pay Chinatown a visit, because I'm pretty sure they could save a lot of kidnapped women, a lot of women that's being trafficked from these industries. So it's funny how, nobody wish harm. The black American community never wish harm on another community, but the hate is always out there towards black Americans. No one's even thinking about Asians, right? And you have this joke. What about the ICE jokes? The people who's rounding people up, right? Then Trump said like 80% ICE agents was like Latino or something like that. What about the jokes towards the Latino community that's actually rounding y'all up, right? Man, the hate is real. There's no allies.
They wish they could support us so bad. They wish that we were available for deportation so bad. Honey, they devastated. They devastated. We ain't on the list. Freaking devastated. They just can't believe it.
And knowing how uneducated people are in America, especially about black Americans, you can't convince me that some of the people that were voting against their best interests were doing that so that black Americans could potentially be terrorized by ICE. Like, I remember the rhetoric in February and January of last year. Then they were like, oh, ICE isn't going to come after us. We're citizens, and we're naturalized citizens. They made an amendment to make sure that we have our rights. And that's when some of these people were like, wait, black Americans actually have rights? They treat them like shit, but they got rights? They got more rights than us. This is making me angry. And it's just like, it's crazy how much these people hate us and how much they're willing to bend the white supremacy to get a little laugh off the backs of black people.